The audio.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, here we are again. Episode number 2 of Broad Talk, or episode number 3. I'm sorry.
You got a little better co-star this time.
Pender. I'm gonna be honest with you. You look a little different this week. What's up? What's up with that?
Man, people just get busy.
People do.
Or busy, maybe lazy. I don't know.
I walked into the walked into the house earlier today after I got done shooting into somebody else's podcast. Shout out Weenie Boys. And I walk in. I'm like, all right, yeah, we're already at 2 days late on recording. I walk into his room and he's asleep. I said, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to do something else. So
That's when you texted me.
and we're better people nowadays, I would say.
Hey, I mean, this one might just be the best one yet.
You might have to take in the full-time position.
I might. I mean, I got a busy schedule, but I might fit it in.
I will say our house has changed quite a bit over the past week. We got a whole new layout in the house. We did full renovations, everything. I don't know if you noticed or not.
Really?
I know it's a little.
Yeah.
It's not too much. It's a little bit different, but it's something. I would say. We got this new plasma in here.
Oh, okay. A little
Yeah.
smart board.
Yeah,
Actually.
it was.
On it?
It was on Best Buy. It was at Best Buy. It was on sale.
Sale.
Yeah, we got it
50%
pretty cheap. So this is our office study. We
Okay.
added this into our neighbor's yard without asking. I really like it. It's got a good view to the back of us. I know y'all can't see it, but
It's middle of Ruston, pretty much.
yeah, I would say we've got about a four-story view.
Yeah.
It's
something like
basically like a skyscraper.
Oh yeah.
I mean, other than that, man, it's been a tough week. I had a 17-hour study session yesterday.
I mean, I have about 3 of those a week usually.
Yeah, you do.
I study pretty
Really.
heavy.
You don't study very well, but you
I-
study a lot.
Yeah, but I get good grades.
It's not about
Either
the size of the. It's not about the size of the dog. It's about the size of the fight in the dog, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, you just throw as much study time as possible.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I try to cram, sometimes I spread it out, just depends on which test it is or what I'm trying to get done. A
Yeah,
lot
you
of times it's homework.
you usually don't get much done. So
Yeah, you're right, but I kind of like it anyway. I like succeeding, I guess you could say.
So what do you think about the podcast so far? I know you probably haven't listened to either of them,
I
but
mean, I've listened to bits and pieces of both of them.
bits and pieces. That's impossible to listen to bits and pieces of a
I mean,
podcast.
I scrolled through, looked at the
At the views,
film.
the view
Yeah,
counter.
I've looked at the views.
That's about all everybody's looking at.
Up
I
to
would
about
say.
one probably. But
You didn't watch it longer than 30 seconds, so it
Probably not.
doesn't count. But,
I mean, but
it was
I
a
think
good
it's
try.
a really great idea, and we're
Yeah,
getting
I mean,
it
you're
going.
here. I had to force you here, but
No,
you're
not
here.
necessarily. I mean, I was kind of excited whenever you texted me. I'm gonna be honest.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
Shut
I
up.
was.
You-
I've been
you've been-
wanting to do it.
you've
But you
been-
always want to do it on a time that
You've been missing out 2 weeks in a row, and you finally
Oh wow.
upped the game.
Okay, well I'm sorry. I mean like actually hard, like major.
Yeah, kinesiology.
Yeah.
Yeah, the study of PE, physical education. I mean, I love a PE.
That's
We
kinda
love a
cool.
good PE teacher, but
I mean, he's lying. I'm not really gonna be a PE teacher.
gym teacher. Sorry, you're not gonna be qualified
Physical
enough to be a.
therapist. If everything works out, hopefully, maybe.
You think it's gonna happen?
I think it is. I mean,
I'm planning on hitting the lottery in the next 2 months, so
I mean, you might just with your luck.
yeah, it's pretty bad. So the 1 in 252 million doesn't seem too bad to me.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right.
No, so I mean, I'm kind of excited about the podcast. I know
I think it is. I'm really excited about it too. I think it's a really great idea.
I think I'm gonna move it back to Sunday. I know it's been 2 weeks since we filmed it on Sundays, but I like the idea of having it on Sundays.
Actually, we're gonna have a crawfish bowl Sunday.
Oh, we
so
are gonna have a little maybe a little
we might
crawfish
get a
bowl
little-
podcast
We
action.
might have to.
That'd
Or
be
maybe
pretty
pre or
funny.
Post or
No, I say during
during.
doing a little.
Okay, having the dads going at the same time.
The dads got. Oh,
Little
I don't know if people are gonna like the fact that we're eating in front of the mics, but
That is
a
true.
little ASMR podcast. I wouldn't mind
We
it
might put
personally.
some clips in there or something.
I mean, nobody watches it anyway,
I
so
mean, might as well just have fun with it.
yeah. I mean, do something different. Nobody else is eating crawfish on their podcast.
I mean,
Dude, I'm telling you, I have an ulcer in my mouth.
I do too.
There is nothing worse. I mean, there are things that are worse, but
Yeah, but
it's
they
pretty
really hurt.
miserable having an ulcer in your
Where is it in your mouth?
right here.
Right here.
Right here. You see it? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it through.
Yeah, you can see it through
Yeah.
my cheek. I have pretty
I kind of got one
pretty
right here.
defined cheekbones, I would say.
Oh, okay. A little sharp edge.
Yeah. You know, I will tell you, I was shooting the Weenie Boys episode 25,
Okay.
and you know we had a little talk prior about just the future of the Weenie Boys podcast, and we might be possibly having a union. You know, we might
A
come
little
together.
joint,
And I'm not talking about like
come
a
together.
labor union, but I'm talking about a union in which we kind of join forces.
Okay.
You know, everyone benefits from trade.
As in, like, what would be some more details behind that?
Maybe a little merger action.
Like, as in having four guys in here? Just
No.
going back and
You
forth,
can't.
or
The
what?
Weenie Boys are not the Broad Talk
Oh,
Boys. That's just
okay.
not how it is. But
Kind of being in on the same.
maybe,
deal.
yeah, we help each other on our production
Okay.
values. We kind of give some contrasting views. I mean, they're cool guys. We're
Mhm.
cool. I mean, I wouldn't call myself cool, but
I mean, from what you told me, I mean, I could probably relate on a baseball spectrum.
yeah,
One
you're
of 'em
you're
at least.
trash. Yeah, good job. You played 1 year of
Junior college.
community college baseball. You're very, very
All right, but let's be honest here. Like,
okay.
your beard game is pretty weak.
Yeah, this is my second day growing a beard, so good job.
Yeah.
Oh, we just broke the monitor. I was just checking what time it was.
I guess that we're just gonna go without a
I-
monitor.
I kind of like the viewboard cast screen. It's pretty. I mean, we'll throw some. I'll throw something on
Might be a
there.
little copyright.
Look, you think we're gonna get some copyright action on
Might
that?
could,
I
if
would
the right person
not be
saw it.
surprised. You doing any Mardi Gras festivities coming up?
I last
this past
weekend-
week you
Yeah,
did.
this past week in my hometown, had a little Mardi Gras parade. It was a pretty fun time. Got to meet up with some friends I graduated with, and
Did you illegally drink alcohol?
no, that I did not
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
ever.
Never have,
And
never
then
will.
This Saturday, I might be going to Shreveport Mardi Gras, which should be a really good time.
You a big Shreveport Mardi Gras guy?
I've been the past 2 or 3 years, I think.
I think we might. What should we throw up on here? Maybe a little video action. I don't know
What
what
you-
we got.
Give me like something. Give me something we can like analyze or something. like
Oh, a
that.
little analyzation.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I will tell you, this is one of my favorite nights. I have a video from here.
Oh God.
A minute and 5 seconds. I'm kind of scared. I don't know if this is gonna play audio or not. I have not tried this TV. I'm
There's
kind
a
of
cop
scared.
Passing by down there.
Huh?
There's a cop passing by down there.
Uh,
Oh, that's a fun night.
this is one of my favorite videos. This is one of my favorite nights of all time. You can hear me singing right there.
That
Chris
was
Stapleton did.
not illegal consumption of alcohol. Right
That
there.
is a Coca-Cola.
Red Bull.
That-
Red Bull.
Oh, who is that guy?
Talking about up there on.
No, I'm talking about.
Talking about the guy right there.
I didn't
that's
know we were
singing.
about to have American Idol performance. This is, I mean,
That's. it's just
kind of
showing
referring back to episode 1.
Who's the guy on stage though? Tell me.
Oh
tell
my
me about
God.
him. Tell me a little
I
bit
mean,
about
if you haven't watched episode 1 of Broad Talk, that's Chris Canterbury. What did she say?
I mean, I knew the name. Obviously, I heard him that night. I didn't really know a ton about him, but I thought he was a hell of an artist. Like, very good.
No, he's
He's one of the best around, for sure. And it's just one of those that, like, any like Saturday night you want to sit back, drink some Coca-Colas with the boys.
That's
you
all.
know?
I'm more of a Dr Pepper guy myself. I wish you'd
Oh,
watched
well, we
episode
could have a
1. You
debate
might
on
know
that.
something about that. I don't want to debate on anything that has to
Okay.
do with tier lists. Personally, I think it's
okay, but
very.
I'm just gonna say I don't like Dr Pepper at all.
I just don't like you. So I guess we have a fair.
Fair trade.
Yeah. No. Dude, I think
I think this thing's about to take off. I think.
I
the
don't.
whole-
I honestly do not.
You don't?
I mean, I hope it does, but I'm just gonna put all the work into it I can. I'm sorry that I'm a little lackluster this evening.
Yeah, you gotta have.
I'm a little
confidence.
tired, dude. I studied for 17 hours yesterday. I literally took my test at 8 this morning. It took me an hour and 55 minutes, and I knew every single problem.
Really?
I didn't stop once. I was just sitting there riding the whole time.
So y'all legit stayed up all night last night?
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep.
Have you slept since?
Happy. I did not want to go to sleep, but I was sitting there what was it? I was sitting there waiting on my package to come in, which was my tripod that is so graciously holding my camera right now. And
it's pretty cool.
It's quite a sweet tripod, I might say. I'm not a big tripod guy, but kind of turned on by it.
I mean, I could tell you a cool story about a little tripod if you want me to.
A dog? The dog tripod? Oh my god!
So my friends the other day they called me. They're like,
well,
hey,
let me finish real quick, and then we'll go back to that tripod story. No, but I happened to lay down and time traveled 5 hours later. Do not remember anything. I just remember someone kept on calling me. I did not answer the phone. I swear, if I'm sleeping, the last thing I'm going to do is answer the phone. I hate people calling me when I'm asleep.
Dude, I never go to sleep, whether it's a nap or going to bed for a night, without setting an alarm. I never go to sleep without it.
Really? I can't do that.
I don't know why. I just never.
I always do notice your alarm goes off.
Yeah.
All the time. It's so annoying.
I don't like to miss out on life, like I don't want to sleep my days away.
You sleep all the time.
Not necessarily.
Anyways.
I stay up really late.
Anyways, okay, so you're telling us about little tripod story, maybe?
Okay, all right. So my friends, Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I don't remember which day.
You have friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Continue.
was Saturday morning. Anyways, they called me and they woke me up and they were like, "Hey, we're going to adopt a dog. Like, come on." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, I had a few too many Coca-Colas the night before. I was like, "No, I'm not gonna come." So therefore, they send me a picture on Snapchat and they're like, "Hey, like, we got a dog." I'm like, "Oh, let me see it." And they send me a picture of a 3-legged dog and they say meet tripod.
I've heard this story before, but
yeah, I know.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny.
The first time you heard
yeah, I did laugh at the first time. I'm just not in a good mood right now.
I mean,
yeah, people starts with M and ends with a
P.
At Pender.
At Pender.
Matt.
Okay.
Matt Pender.
Yeah. Matt Pender. Okay. I'll put
So
that together.
if you didn't understand that prior, now you do, hopefully.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you a little bit about like your golf game. I heard it's pretty weak.
I'm not even gonna tell it. I want to say this real quick. I'm just gonna comment on this because I didn't get to comment on it earlier. The Weenie Boys, episode 25, shout out. I know this is like the third time I mentioned them, but they're sitting there and they had a little discussion on it. We can kind of transition into this afterwards. But they were sitting there talking about how if you had to start any business selling anything, what would you sell? And River, he works at Squire Creek, he says, I'm going to sell golf balls. And that was the funniest 15-minute discussion about golf I've ever heard because they had no idea. I mean, what do you know?
These guys just seem like characters.
They're quite the fellas.
I'll have to tune into the broadcast.
The Weenie Boys?
Yeah,
they're quite the... I'll be editing their video and uploading it as well. So, I'm basically a full-time Martin Scorsese.
Basically, he has too much time on his hands, is what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't have to study, so
exactly.
It helps. We might have to take a quick break real quick. Oh, no, never mind. Somebody's got to borrow the charger, or the computer charger.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're going to come up here and get it?
Yeah, but let's answer that question. So, no. I want to ask you a question. My golf game's spectacular.
Okay.
I shot like 76 the other day at Squire, which none of y'all probably know where it's at. I mean, probably everyone knows where it's at. Who knows?
Everybody that's watching this probably knows.
Everybody, yeah. Anyways, you were saying, anyways, golf game spectacular. Better than Matt Pender, 100%.
100%.
But my question that they asked, as well as I want to ask, is if you had to go out and sell one thing right now to build a business around, what would you sell?
Build a business around?
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
It's an interesting question.
It really is.
It might be a little hard thing to think of on top of that.
It kind of is. Maybe, like, something in the technology department, for sure.
Industry?
Yeah.
Technology industry?
But, I mean, there's so many new inventions every day and stuff. I feel like if you caught that one, you could easily build a business around it.
Yeah,
if it's the right
that's
thing.
not necessarily sales. I mean, that's selling a product, but
Okay, well, give me an example. What would you?
like plastic whistles, that is an example of selling a product on the
And then-
market.
And then basing a business off of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but
What would you do?
if I had to choose a business today to build a business around, or if I had to pick an item to sell to build a business around today, I would go into the healthcare industry dealing with diagnostic equipment for elderly, or like not elderly, but people that are potentially sick or have any kind of illness or deformity. I just feel like you could make a change, and there's decent. You could make a good living doing that, and you could potentially make enough money to be able to develop better technology for that company and to cure some diseases. I'm not trying to big dog you right now.
I got an answer for you. So, I'm thinking waiters.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about this.
We've kind of talked about
we
this.
talked about
and that's
this.
the one thing that popped in my head is about how everybody has to buy new waiters about every year, no matter what brand you buy, unless you want to spend $1,000 on them. I mean,
but you still gonna have to buy new waiters eventually. I mean, that's a very limited warranty.
But I'm thinking if you could get something that would last 4 to 5 years and it's for $400.
I'll see. It's a terrible business plan.
Why?
Because the reason that waiter companies sell products it's kind of like a cartel in a way. That's an unspoken cartel, which you don't know what a cartel is, but
they want you to buy
it's a
more
price
waiters.
fixing. It's a price fixing scheme in a lot of ways, because if one company was to put out a product that did last 10 years, what would end up happening, it would give the consumer no reason to purchase new waiters. So what you would in turn build is a cash flow system in which only every 10 years would these consumers purchase from you.
Yeah.
So you couldn't build a reputable cash flow.
But you could build a business around it, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
You make a name for yourself with those
But you would
waiters,
never be as big as Bandit, or because, I mean, you would have a good brand name, but for people to, nobody wants to keep waiters for 10 years or 5 years, in my opinion. I mean, they almost give you a sense of getting something new every once in a while. It's like, oh, check out my new waiter. And oftentimes the technology develops so quickly
that somebody's just going to one-up it.
That in 3 or 4 years, I mean, it would work because, if you did have some groundbreaking technology, they were insulated to a level unheard of for a smaller amount of thermal.
Lightweight, durable.
Yeah, but it would take a lot. It would. That's an industry to be in, but there's so few textile industry or clothing industry or any kind of outdoor industry that are still in the United States.
Yeah.
And oftentimes those industries do either move out or close down, like we've often seen here, in this area. Yeah. There's several different companies that have begun to shut their doors due to small market share competing with these companies in, third world countries that have such low labor. I mean, not necessarily even third world countries, because most of this textile labor is in first world that have no labor laws. Don't even get me started on labor laws. I'll sit here for hours.
I mean, I'm not the big business guy. I was just throwing something out there,
Yeah, I would.
From common knowledge, I just kind of threw something out there. I didn't think
it's understandable that would not be profitable. It's understandable that you're an idiot. So
okay.
It's just a good thing.
That was kind of mean.
No, it's not mean. It's just honest.
Okay.
I'm joking. I'm sorry about checking my phone, guys. I don't mean to do that.
He's
but
got a crisis going on.
I have a crisis.
Why don't you tell us about what's going on?
Oh, actually, let me check. I gotta check, make sure someone didn't hit my line. Oh, an hour ago?
Oh, you're in the doghouse.
I'm in the doghouse. I promise I am.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Kelly. That was my fault. What do you anything been on your mind here recently?
Skiing.
Oh, we do have ski tripping. It's what is this, today, the 7th?
No, it is the 11th.
The 11th.
12th.
I'm so hyped. I feel like whenever your days start to merge together, it's a bad deal.
It really is.
And my days are merged very badly. So
hey, it happens.
It does happen. Things that you'll have.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. But like ski trip, that's all I've been able to think about. I'm so ready for it.
It's gonna be fun. I mean, I think it's. I hope they don't have an ulcer in my mouth whenever we're there, but
you'll be alright.
I'm just excited. I'm excited to just hang out with my. I wouldn't call y'all that, but my friends, and just enjoy it.
Yeah, just get away.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to. Get away from school. All this stress.
No, I don't get stressed. But
I get pretty stressed.
I get stressed about broad talk. That's about it. I mean,
you're just that much of a big broad talk guy.
It's quite a stressful profession.
Maybe I need to get like that, and then I won't be so stressed about school and stuff.
School is easy whenever you have broad talk. It's the truth.
Your whole fan base just help you out with school, or
I can't talk about that on. I can neither confirm nor deny. That's industry secret.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get in trouble. If we were on my third story new office building,
yeah,
I might could talk about it, but not right now. Maybe like after the camera goes off.
Yeah, okay. But so this new tripod you got, like, what's so cool about it?
It's like triple counterweighted. The legs. Tripods are so miserable. Like the design of tripods usually are just
you were telling me
absolutely.
Like, it ain't even worth buying one unless it's a pretty high price.
Because you have to look at purchases like this in the terms of I will be using this product for the next 10 years. In turn, you could use this product if you take care of it for 10 to, in some cases, 20 years. There's people that say that they're Sackler tripods, which that's a Sackler, have lasted them from the late 70s till today. Like they still
were made like back then.
Yeah, it's a long time company. I think it's German. It's a European company that makes top-notch tripods. It's carbon fiber, and whenever you're carrying something through the woods, so this is like you can be used anywhere. But whenever you're carrying something like that through the woods, you have like a rod that's pushing into you, so it's just a cylinder, so it's kind of pushing into your shoulder. Yeah. The way it's designed, it's got a triple hump, like it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, so it distributes it all the weight over like a larger area
for like going hunting and like
say
next season.
A lot of people use it for bigger cinema cameras. Whenever you're going, say, in rough terrain, you see how the legs drop. It's got, instead of the twist, I'm just going to describe this to you guys. So with a regular tripod, you understand that you have to twist it and then pull the legs down. With this tripod, it's got one clip that it's a 2-stage tripod, but that one clip controls both stages. So you can hold the tripod to whatever length you want, unclip all 3, or whatever height you want, unclip all 3 latches, it falls to the ground, gets to the level, and then you close it. So it makes the ease of, whenever you're in a professional setting, whenever you're doing an interview.
Like right now.
Or not necessarily right now.
Broad talk's pretty professional.
An older tripod, like the tripod I had prior, would definitely work for broad talk. It did work before. Although the industry that I want to go into with media, it's so much. That's not the word I'm looking for. You often find yourself that your perception of how well you work is so important. If you pull up with a tripod like this and you have a camera and you're dressed well and
you're gonna be looking,
you know what you're doing, and it looks like you know what you're doing, people take that confidence and they run with it. They understand that you're not scared to, like, in a lot of ways it's so hard for people to take a camera and walk into the engineering building, or like walk into a college, walk into public and not nervous or not, like, oh my gosh, like everybody's going to look at me goofy. It doesn't matter. I don't think necessarily. It's just a stigma that will slowly begin to fade over the years. I'm saying so much I can't even deal with it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That conversation was kind of making me tired. I think we should talk about something a little more interesting.
Tripods? Yeah, you're not a big tripod guy.
No, I did ask you about it, but like.
Yeah, you didn't think I was gonna go on a little tangent.
What
time are we at? It should say it. Oh, it's no on this side. Other side.
Oh, 49 minutes.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Wait, no, 25.
This fella can't read.
No, I was reading the bottom one, not the top one. The red one.
The red one is.
The red one's right. 25.
Okay. No, I was about to say there's no way you've been talking for 49 minutes. If I had to talk to you for 49 minutes, things I wouldn't do.
You're probably going to end up doing it.
Probably.
So, therefore, it's a false statement.
Oh, my goodness.
Tell me about it, dude. I'm tired, too.
No, I'm so tired. I feel like this is such a low energy podcast. A lot of people don't want to listen to.
Dude, like, I want to spice it up.
There's nothing really to spice. I mean, I don't want to say that there's nothing to spice it up.
Right.
But
Valentine's Day, what you got planned?
oh, that's a good question. So, when is this gonna be released? Oh, it's gonna be released today. I was gonna say what I got my girlfriend for her birthday, or not for Valentine's Day, but I'm not going to because it's coming. This is probably gonna come out in the morning, prior to Valentine's Day, and she probably wouldn't listen to it this far into the podcast anyway.
Just don't even tell her about it.
But we're gonna go. Whatever. We're gonna after she gets out of class, she's gonna come over to where we live.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go out to Raw a little early, a little 5:30 action. Please don't go to Raw at 5:30 if you're watching on Valentine's Day because I want a seat, please. And they don't do reservations, which kind of hurt my feelings. Yeah, I know.
And you're kind of a big deal, so now that people know.
Oh, my. Yeah, everybody's going to be there.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Paparazzi, please don't. No.
All right, so what's planned after dinner?
So we're going to go to dinner like 5:30, probably 5 to 7 or 8. It's going to be busy. I don't know how busy, but it's going to be busy.
You got to throw some good conversations in there.
Oh, I love it. There's nothing better than sitting at a long meal and talking for hours. Sure. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's one of my favorite things to do, unless I'm not in a good mood. And I just want to go home.
Schedule.
What?
Or if you're like crunch for time.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like to do that. I'll sit there and talk to people as long as I possibly can before I have to leave.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. I love just running into people at the worst time because I'll sit there and talk to them forever. It's
so
just.
You got anything planned after dinner? Or you going home, giving her a gift, or?
I'm excited to give her a gift. I think she's gonna be pretty. What? I don't. Hopefully Alex didn't tell her what it was. If she did, I'm mad. So, yeah, exchange gifts
honestly,
or whatever.
I highly think that you could say it, but. Yeah, just don't risk it. I agree.
It's. I will say, it is the most.
We'll tell you next week. Tune back in next week and we'll tell you.
It's the most I've ever spent on someone. Yes.
That's impressive. You spent some money on me.
Yeah, on that mic you're talking through right now. That's about it.
Yeah. Maybe crawfish.
It was something I debated on, and I really thought that she would enjoy it.
She deserves it.
Yeah, no, not necessarily that. I think she would really enjoy it, and it's something different.
I mean,
it's
putting up
thoughtful.
with you.
Yeah, putting up with me, more than I could probably ever give her, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
But other than that, not too much going on.
Not too much.
And then maybe eat again at like 9:30. I'm good at eating.
The Cane's drive-through?
Oh no, it's closed. It's always closed on holidays, which is so weird. I mean, I understand why they do it, but Cane's is closed. Those yawns are contagious. They're so contagious. I know they are. But I don't know. Where are we at? 30 minutes?
Probably.
Dude, it's about time to wrap it up, I think.
You think?
Yeah, we haven't talked about much.
I mean, well, in case anybody want to know, I'm not doing anything for Valentine's Day.
You're not?
Same.
I mean, we could probably find you something. Hey, if you need something to do on Valentine's Day, I know a guy.
So you want to wrap it up, or you want to?
I don't know. We can go.
I'm trying to think of something else.
We can go on for a little bit longer.
You got any questions or anything?
What is your? Did you you hear? Did you hear?
Did I hear what?
That Trump got out the peach.
Yeah.
He got out the peach.
Yeah.
And the peach is pretty important here around where we live.
Yeah, very.
I wasn't surprised. No, I don't think anyone was really surprised about the peach. Huh?
I wasn't very surprised.
Were you interested in it? Did you do any?
I really honestly didn't read up on it.
Yeah, I feel like whenever there's nothing at stake, I don't enjoy worrying about anything.
I agree. Like, if it's a presidential election, like, yeah, I might tune into something, but, like, I just really didn't feel like there's anything at risk. So,
even if he did get impeached by the Senate, necessarily, it'd be a stretch. If there was serious charges against Donald Trump,
then it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Give me a second. If there were serious charges against Donald Trump, the chances of his reelection would be very slim.
Yeah.
Therefore, I believe why the Democratic Party was so heavily invested in an impeachment is due to creating these charges that would allow him to not be reelected.
Yeah.
They knew that this election didn't mean anything. There's no way that he could have gotten out of office from an impeachment before he would have. No, well, before the new election was, or within a couple months. And I will say it's so dumb because it is such a waste of taxpayer dollars. I understand if there's a fair trial, and the Department of Justice should do what it should. I mean, not the Department of Justice. I mean, the House and the Senate should check if there is a corruption scandal. But to this level, it was all about a phone call. I mean, necessarily.
I think it's pretty pointless.
I think our taxpayer dollars could be used to lower the prices of.
Maybe to feed hungry children.
Yeah, the congressional salaries probably that have been used for this impeachment trial, probably could have saved a couple lives.
That's what I'm saying.
And a lot of people don't see it that way.
No, they don't.
It's just because they see that salary, and that's just something they get anyway, so might as well just spend their time however they please.
Yeah.
Salaried work is very interesting to me. I don't like salaried work. People who work for a salary, I understand the whole basis of it and financial freedom that it creates, but I'm more of a peacetime type of fella.
Really? For like yourself or for your workers?
If I was a full-time employee in which I worked 24/7, I'm the type of person that would rather be in charge of the outcome of how much I get paid
than just getting told, oh, you're going to make this.
This is what you're going to make for the next 5 years of your life. That's why I would much rather own a company or own a business in which I would barely scrape by, but have the potential to do what I love for whatever amount of money that I get. Just the chances are so much, the odds are so much better. You get to build something every day. You're not miserable.
Yeah.
Why would you put yourself in a position? I mean, unless you're just taking care of a family, which I completely understand, but I'd much rather struggle doing what I love and making ends meet
than just being handed it, basically.
Than going to a job every day that I hate, but making good money.
I agree. That's what it comes down to. It's about what you want to do with your life, really and truly. Not something you wake up every day dreading.
Miserable. It'd be miserable.
That's what I was saying.
But I enjoy what I'm studying in college. Will it probably be what I do for the rest of my life? In some aspects. I'm majoring in economics. And I don't plan to go to law school if you were asking. I feel that economics is a varied study that allows you to understand other facets in other industry, whether it be healthcare or, whether it be healthcare, whether it be the technology sector, whether it be power. There's just so many different facets to economics that allow you to better understand how people operate and the American dollar and what it does for America and the United States as a whole. That's why economists have the highest out of, actually, I think of any major, they have the highest or any undergraduate major, they have the highest annual salary leaving college.
Really?
At $52,000 or $54,000.
It's not my gym teachers, PE teachers.
Oh, I heard the PE teacher do pretty good, but those economists are good at doing nothing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of just living like day to day. I don't totally know what I want to do whenever I get older. I have an idea, but I kind of live for today. Because
what's your idea?
I'm hoping physical therapy, but I know it's very hard to get into, and I kind of screwed myself over with GPA freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not looking too bad, but like, it's gonna take some hard work. That's why I work so hard to get it up. So,
you're working really hard.
Yeah, I try. I try to keep it my top priority.
So, whenever you went to college for the first time, do you think you'd have went to college anyway without your baseball scholarship?
What do you mean?
Do you think that you would have wanted to go to college and do you think you'd have been in business, or do you think you'd have been in something else if you didn't have your baseball scholarship?
Honestly, I really don't know, because I didn't even know what I wanted to do until after
you already went to school.
My freshman year. Yeah, I didn't even know until I came to Tech.
Were you general studies before?
No, I was business.
I know you're business admin,
but yes, I was general studies basically.
Yeah, because you would have just been the same if you were in general studies.
Classes. I mean, I got a better scholarship if I was on business administration.
Yeah,
as my major or something.
Makes sense.
It was something about it's like a technical major with tops or something.
I'm not a big business admin fan personally, or management. There's so many people that are in management. I try to understand why if you want to work in the corporate structure, but it's not something I necessarily want to do.
Yeah. What do you think about marketing these days?
It's very interesting. It's a dynamic market that changes every week. That's what I love about it.
Are you talking about marketing as a degree? That's what I was
marketing the industry as a whole, and marketing, but the marketing as a degree, not necessarily.
I've heard that it's really upcoming for women.
Yes, because women, yes, but people that are industry leaders in marketing are very diverse, and the different facets of marketing they go into is so interesting, because in a lot of ways the content that marketing creates can be so different and have such a similar effect, because in the end you're trying to either better the image of the firm that you're working for or to sell a product for that firm, which both benefit the firm. That's all they're trying to increase market share. But there's so many different ways to do it, and it's almost like it is a creative business major, which I'm very interested in. Would I ever be a marketing major? No. Unless I was at somewhere like, what is it called? I can't even think of the name of it.
You talking about your college?
Yes.
U of A?
No. It's like an Ivy League. You don't know it. I promise. It's a business only school. I can't think of the name of it, but
anyways,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I feel like if I was in an atmosphere like that, in which the people that you're surrounded with are the best of the best, it's different.
Yeah, and you get looked at differently, like from other businesses too. I feel like if you go to such a prestigious university, obviously.
Yeah, but what necessarily? Oh, I'm sorry. Necessarily. I read a book about a similar phenomenon, David Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell, in which talks about people who go to smaller schools oftentimes are more successful than the bottom 70 percentile that go to the bottom 70 percentile that go to Ivy Leagues, because they feel that they are. His reasoning behind such was he felt that they were so much worse than the people who are at the top of the food chain. Yeah. So they beat themselves up.
Compared to the people that are there.
Big fish, little pond.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Okay.
Or little fish, big pond phenomenon, which is it's a very interesting book. But I'm happy where I'm at. I'm very happy. I love Louisiana Tech.
Oh, I love it too.
I think I don't take advantage of all the things I should at Louisiana Tech. We're given so many opportunities, and it's very rare that we use them.
I agree. 100%.
And as soon as you use them, you notice how much you take for granted. Like last night, we were studying in the classroom, and I was sitting there to myself thinking, this is so much more efficient than me sitting at home studying, looking at a textbook.
Right, you're in a classroom at 3 a.m.
It was
on campus. Like, it's.
I learned more in those like 3.5 hours that I was sitting there really learning than I've learned probably the last quarter and a half.
That's what I'm saying. People ask me why I go to the library all the time. I just feel more inclined to learn. Like, honestly, no distraction. Like,
I'm not a big library guy personally.
I'm real big library guy. I get a lot done there, but it closes at 11. So.
Yeah, you shouldn't be there after 11 anyway. Nothing. Hey, my dad always said there's nothing good comes after 11:30. And by the time it's 30 minutes before you get home, so heck, you might be in trouble if you stay out too late. Oh.
But hey, you got any more topics?
Why are you wearing a UNC Tar Heels hoodie? Did you get a sponsorship? A scholarship?
I had a verbal commit there.
Verbal commit, yeah.
Did blow my arm out.
Their media team offer to give you a job or something?
No.
They need an extra PE coach?
Honestly, I just always liked their like uniforms and stuff and their colors. Like growing up, them and TCU. So watching them in baseball and stuff, I always liked them.
Big purple and blue, baby blue fan.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Are your panties that color too?
This guy.
No, but what time are we at? I don't want to go too long. 42 minutes. I feel like I'm just dragging this on. That was a good conversation. I enjoyed that topic quite a lot. But
what are we gonna call this
one? Our third story studio loft. That's a pretty good title. I like that title.
Okay.
Or broad talk from our third floor studio loft. I like that. That was okay. That was a good title.
And it's just a broad talk. I mean, it's broad.
Quite a broad talk. Not a very good broad talk, but
it wasn't. But it was.
You gotta have the bad ones to have the good ones.
Yeah,
I would agree. Right. So.
And I mean, both of us are tired from studying all nights and stuff, and I got tests in the morning. And bad deal. Had 2 tests this morning. Got another one tomorrow.
Well, I think that's a broad talk episode 3 with Matt Pender.
Not Matt Pender. Nick Morad.
And I hope to follow us on Instagram. No, not Instagram. We're not even on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Alex Pafford, AlexPafford. Follow me on. No, don't follow me on Snapchat.
Follow me on Instagram at Nick Morad for
if you're
MOURAD.
Oh yeah.
No, five.
Yeah, homeboy doesn't even know his Instagram account. 5. But. Anyways, I will say that if you're not watching, if you're listening to this, which I doubt you are, looking at our numbers.
I know one guy that probably is.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 guys. Me, you. That's
Ephraim.
it. Ephraim, probably.
Ephraim.
But
shout out.
if you're just listening to this, go ahead and maybe slide over onto YouTube and watch the old visuals that we got going on. Quite stunning, I might say.
I would say so.
So, we'll catch you next Tuesday.
We're gonna actually be on time this time.
Yes. This is going up.
Tuesday
this is going up on Wednesday.
This is going up. Yeah, tomorrow.
But
Wednesday.
Tuesday, it's gonna be a big day.
What time we thinking Tuesday?
We're gonna release the podcast at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6. Don't say that. That was kind of sketchy.
PM.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
All right.
6:15 maybe. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Broad Talk merch coming soon, maybe.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, we're also on Apple Music or Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Yeah, I think it's Apple Podcast.
Yeah, and Spotify. So
if you're just going on a long road trip, want to listen in.
You want to listen to some Broad Talk. Quite the podcast, I might say. But we'll catch you in the long run.
Tuesday.